Hey, yo.
What up, Doc?
Hey,
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 don't say
dropping
nada.
745s on a blue.
745.
What's up, family? Welcome to the show. I am the Zombie Pig.
I am the Prowler.
Give it up to the Prowler, aka the Hitman. And we are here to do is those are words
We're gonna go into it.
into the Spider-Verse. That's right, guys. We're doing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. A quick, movie. What's it called? Not recap, but since the new one coming out in next week, we decided to drop a refresher on you guys just in case you're like, what happened?
I was like that. I would say recap review.
There you go.
It's been like what, 4 or 5 years? Shay.
I know, right? 2018. That was a while back, senor. So, with that being said, also, was it 2 days ago? One day, the PS5 launched their showcase.
Yep.
Showcasey. And we decided to talk about the, what's it called? The Spider-Man those. What's it called? The game trailer that dropped. So let's cue it up really quick, and we're just gonna show a little snippet. I don't know how far we could go without being flagged, but I've seen everybody else with everybody's channels, so I'm pretty sure we'll be okay.
All right.
There you go. Of course, I muted it for obvious reasons,
so that we could talk over it. Of course, you'd rather hear our voice.
Nobody could see it.
Eventually,
all the time, baby. What the heck?
Eventually, the video, audio.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Well, I forgot to go.
Man.
So, guys, we have gameplay of was it the Spider-Venom suit?
So fun to play, man. And it's weird too. Like,
look at those game combos. Oh no!
Oh, advertisement. Damn, man, we can't be
no,
we can't be showing that. The symbiote looks so much more fun, and it's weird that his Spidey sense doesn't kick in until that game. Yeah, I don't recall it. Him having it in the first one. Maybe he just like didn't have the opportunity to often. I don't know, but.
I could just imagine how like it is like what's it called, the load time. Like it seems like there's no load time between webbings and stuff, which is pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, well, they even did that whole comparison when they went from Spider-Man PS4 to Spider-Man PS5. That there was no load time whatsoever. It was like milliseconds to get from place to place. So they did the whole subway transmission thing, or transition rather, and like it was non-existent on PS5.
We're dropping all over the place.
Yeah. Speaking of load times,
look at those combos, man.
Them wombos.
Look at that bullet time as well. Look at the spider web. Look at the combo, and kick him in the balls. Give him the kick balls combo.
Yeah.
4 lashes. What?
What's cool is like. He looks a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
Right? Like his whole play style too. And like, okay, so look at the beginning of this trailer. Look at how he looks.
Exactly.
I'm denoting, like, watch the end of the trailer. Switch to Miles. Boom, there's Miles.
That's cool that you could be able to switch between both of them,
Yeah, I wonder if you can switch. Oh, that was cool. If you can switch back from miles to kilometers.
Look at that. No load time whatsoever, man. Look at that. Yeah. Just flying through buildings.
Yeah, look at this. What is this? Breath of the Wild using the same map over again? Please. Why is he flying now? What the hell? Oh,
he has the Batman webbing. He has the bat wing. And look at Miles. It's pretty cool, man. That I can't wait to play and talk about it later on once we get our hands on it.
Yeah.
And this part is sick too when he does the what's it called, the tightrope walk that he does.
Takedowns.
Look at that, the little
Yeah.
tightrope walking. You know, like Dick Grayson. Like,
Man,
look at
Insomniac.
that. Now that's a lot of thinking outside the box. You know, it's like what could a Spider-Man do without we haven't done before. And look at that, and it's just hanging him there like a Batman.
No, they always do
Yeah.
that. But like I mean, there's
What
always
was that? Look at that. It trapped him.
to make it interesting for sure. Damn zippy zaps.
Sheesh. And he goes to those multi powers. Oh, sick with it, man.
I was honestly hoping that they would make this multiplayer finally, but I definitely understand.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like,
wow.
it? Yeah.
I understand because it's so narrative compelled that it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to do so. That they kind of needed to flow the way they needed to flow. But at the same time, like it's like, oh, here's a heavy story, and then you ignore it, like until you do all the quests, and then you go back to it.
I like how the shadows and the coloring and all that, all the lighting effects. You know how long it will take to do all that? Like us with our gaming backgrounds that we have.
I don't know, 2 years or however long it took them.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, with the spider sense and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What was their worst rated game? They did
which is Insomniac?
I guess the Last of Us 2 didn't get a lot of love, right? That's about it.
At the beginning, yeah.
I guess aside from maybe
drone.
a couple things here and there, they usually don't miss.
Oh my god!
I applied to work, or I did an audition for a game to do a voice in it with Insomniac, and I would have liked it.
Look at that! He took off his condom. Uh-oh, eating the fishes. He's pregnant.
And a condom. Who is this then? We know who it is.
Oh. We are Venom. Oh, you know what I was expecting him like walking with the.
Guys, check it out. Look at his eyes. And look at his neck. He looks like he's
forced into it. He's rubber.
He looks like like he's being more assimilated. He's more symbiote now.
Got you. More instead of a suit, it's more. Look at the shiny tone, bro. It looks slimy, dude. Look at that.
Yeah.
All the reflective surfaces.
I expect that, like, Venom is gonna ditch him. Like in every iteration ever. And then
it has to. That's.
Well, I have a feeling that like it's probably gonna be like Miles is gonna have to like beat it out of him,
Yeah. Oh, wow. You think this is like the first level, dude?
Well, I mean, they don't do levels, but yeah, this is like the beginning, sure. That's wild.
It should be like the beginning. Look at that thing, man. What is this? GT6? Look at that getting shot at. Oh man, look at dude, so sick with it.
All right, so let's get into Spider-Verse, man, because we got some. I mean, this looks awesome, but we got some Jimmy Chance.
Yes,
but yeah, you know what? I want to see the Hunter get Venom is what I was getting at. I think that'd be cool shit. They haven't introduced Eddie Brock or anyone, so it's like or Flash. So
you know that now that
Craven will be
that's so badass, dude. His aggression with Venom and stuff.
Yeah. Like it doesn't, especially if it's like Eddie, then it's like, well, that's your forever home, dude. Like, why bring that out the gate right away? Like, make him like he's just starting to assimilate with the world. Just let him find other hosts and try to do something else first.
Yeah, but does they follow the narrative of the movie that you have to have symbiosis?
Yeah, it's its own thing.
I know, right?
The games are their own thing.
Hope you're enjoying the tasty tunes that we made for you. This is out of my unreleased album coming soon.
Yeah, you might recognize it from some porn, the porn soundtrack.
I got it off the old VHS. I ripped it off. No, I didn't rip it. What's it called? Sampled?
You don't use the phrase "ripped it off" in porn. That's a no.
Oh God!
You know that?
Wait,
you ever heard that like phenomena? Is it like that was from a French porn? That's
really?
It did. Like, what the hell were they thinking? What was that?
I did not know that. I thought it was just like a fun jingle.
That'd be like the Looney Tunes intro as a porn. Like, what were they thinking? How was that sexy? You're like, hey, baby, phenomena.
What
is it? What? Anyway.
You know what? What's it called? A lot of when people say it's a paranormal phenomena, everybody just goes crazy with it. It's like did I lose you? Oh, okay.
No.
Thought I lost you here.
I mean, you're starting to lose me, but I'll power through it.
Shit, this is not what I wanted. That makes no damn sense.
You gotta make sense when you're making dollars. Holla. So, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, sir. I was gonna say, what was your feeling going into it the first time you saw it?
The first time I seen it, I thought it's a pretty good flick. I look forward to watching it. I know about your Spider-Man, and I don't know what I'm doing there.
I know.
Okay, like the Spider-Man, the 90s or whatever, 90s Spider-Man, right? The cartoon.
Yes.
You watched it and like it was cool seeing some team ups and stuff. And then I think like, what was it? Ultimate Spider-Man was from like the early 2000s. And that was fun and it was wild. I like that one too. My favorite aspect of those cartoons was seeing like, actually, I don't know what I was getting at with that. I was gonna say that like the cameos and like all that stuff was really...
I like it. Yeah, it was cool. Like you see, like the story doesn't drag. Like it progresses from one villain to the another, and
yeah, and I guess that's essentially what I was getting. Was that like the Spider-Verse was that? It's like it's opening up Spider-Man and everything to the unknown in the multiverse, you know, and that was pretty fascinating take. And that was before really knowing anything about it. I just figured like, hey, Spider-Verse, that would be something along those lines happening. And yeah.
I also like how it went from Venom, like what's it called, the Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
The 90s cartoon, and they went from Craven to the X-Men to that. You're like, what, you know?
Yep.
So that's my introduction, you know, growing up. And yeah, so when this one came out, I was like, Sony, I was like, you know, you're like, because it got the stench on it, right? Like it's like DC right now.
I don't know. I'm not tweeting. I'm willing to watch anything, but
yeah,
couldn't hurt.
Well, with me, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, all right, let's go check it out, you know. And the first 5 minutes of me, that's it, bro. The artistic, the piecing that he does, you know, the tagging and all that, which was really big and still is like an artwork, you know.
Yeah,
I think it just drew me in. I was like, sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, you know, that whole aesthetic too, and it did set the tone with the off the wall color gradient, and just like they were not afraid to explore the whole spectrum of colors. Yeah. And it really set the tone for the entire movie. I mean, like one of the last scenes, the last fight scene was like color explosions left and right, and like there was a game that came out around the same time as that. It was
Yeah.
Infamous, but it wasn't. It was between Infamous 1 and 2. And like you play like your superpowers are you're a girl who gets superpowers and they're neon powers, and it reminded me of that. So I was vibing like right away off of that. Like it was so interesting. Um, and I forget the developer of that game, but it was like they made dude my brain, but like they don't miss either. It's such a good development team. I forget what I was getting at with that specific, but just that like Infamous is so
Yeah, you say all those color schemes, you know, it was like a comic book with the 2D, 3D, like meshing together with the old school polka dots and
yeah. They took
explosions of color palettes.
a lot of artistic risks that I think really paid off.
I have a quick trivia, 6-question trivia. If you would like to play the game.
We play the game to win.
If you get it wrong, well, I guess I get it one right. That's how it works.
Yes.
On the one-sided, off-sided.
Sure. No, man, it goes both ways. You get it wrong, I get it.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's stupid. You already know the answers. What was I thinking? All right.
No, they're all coming from the noggin.
Okay. But regardless, you would know the answers, so it would invalidate. Go on.
Okay. All right, question number 1. What did the spider that bit Miles Morales had in his stomach?
Mutagen?
Like what it had, like I had it writing on it. Like the spider had writing on it.
Oh, it did? No, I'm not gonna get that. I don't remember that.
It had you give up or
yeah. What is it?
The spider had a number 42 on his stomach, and it said was it not Chemical Max? It's Antimax or something. I have it in my notes. We'll get to. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it said anti-vax.
There you go. Something anthrax.
You turn into Spider-Man. Don't do it.
What was all right? Ready? Question number 2. What was Miles Morales' uncle's name?
Prowler.
What his real name?
Oh no! Secret identity revealed.
Oh no!
Because why? Why, man? I know his name. That's so uncool. Like I'm actually playing the Miles Morales Spider-Man like currently, and Uncle Aaron.
Yay! So is it 1-1?
Yeah.
All right. At the beginning of the movie, what was Miles Morales? Remember, I'm just gonna call him MM. What did MM was listening to?
I mean, you could just like not say his last name. What?
Oh, okay.
Miles, 1 syllable. MM is 2. Is even harder to say.
MM, mother's milk.
That was my favorite jacket.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man. Oscar,
you have to go clean it up.
He's acting in that scene. Side note, also, I'm surprised I don't see that as a GIF more often in like certain areas.
You know
what I mean? Because like, there's some conversations where that as a GIF. Anyway, I digress. What the hell was the question again? What was he listening to? You know what?
Yes.
A banger. I knew a child, a little human, who constantly requested Spider-Man music because of that song.
Oh, really? Okay.
But he didn't know the words. He was just kind of like...
He felt the music?
Yeah. Sunflower. Great song.
Good job. Gling, 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 gling. You keeping score, right?
Yeah. Side note: this show, Dave, is a Jewish white rapper.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy who did Sunflower.
Post Malone?
No, he just did a verse in Sunflower. He's not the one who made the song, but
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Sway Lee, that's his name.
That's right.
Dave, he was in an episode of Dave, and Dave, like, they're doing a music video, and he's like, "Yeah, I just need some weirdo to do some crazy shit. You're the guy for that." And Dave, but he's dating Doja Cat in that episode, and it was pretty funny. And Sway Lee's like a weird racist. It's pretty funny.
On the one that show "Hello, my name is Dave" or something.
Or it's just Dave.
Oh, that too. All right, one more and you win. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. How do I rephrase this? How do I rephrase this without giving out the? How do I give it away without not giving it away?
Is that the question? Don't say it. I win.
Okay, here we go. At school, Miles is trying to rocking that shirt.
Yeah.
At school, Miles is trying to impress a girl, and his uncle introduced him a move. What was that move?
You know it's a hey move. Come on, this is like the most iconic thing in the movie.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you even related to me?
Are you related to me? And with that, the Prowler wins. Congratulations, Prowler. You win a round trip.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, boy.
Speaking of winning, the giveaway is coming. We're just working on the smoothing out the details.
That's
so
right.
Stay tuned. Make sure you like.
For helping us reach 200,000 subscribers.
Woo! I wish. Make it happen, guys.
Yeah. Well, another giveaway at that point. I think there might have been some zeros added on there. Also, shout out to this movie for not letting Gwen die horribly or everything Gwen's in. Best girl, she's gone, and except for SPIDER-GWEN in every iteration she is.
Dude, I'm still waiting for fucking to meet Silk, man.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I want Silk.
I wish I could find those posters, man. That's some really cool. I think we used them in the giveaway.
I think so.
Speaking of,
last giveaway, yeah.
I had a Silk Spectre poster and
I think I still got those videos.
Yeah, there were some cool ones.
Hell yeah, and I got some more too. All right, guys, we're getting into the Spider-Verse. Here we go. Cue up the music. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't want to say this today.
She was on bed, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, you're a mess. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Ooh,
ooh. Right. And it sound like a fool. I say you're a sunflower.
That's what he does.
We open with a glitch background, and the OG Spider-Man is recapping his life. That was funny when they showed his melted ice cream.
Yeah. So it starts off going to school, and there's that jam.
Like, you know who I am. I'm Peter Parker. Hello. And it goes through all his, I fought a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. We're going to do that with everyone.
Shh. You try recapping, writing everybody's down.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that little intro, we cut to, you said not to mention his last name. We kept to Miles singing Sunflower. And his dad is like, Miles? He's like, what? Miles? Yeah. Are you getting ready for school? He's like, oh, shit. Yeah. So he just gets everything, just dumps it in there. I thought he was going to regular school, but I didn't know he was moving to school.
Yeah, like I don't know, uppity boarding school.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was just going to school, but like, no, you're going. Like, oh, okay. And it's funny, like, you're gonna be late, mijo. It's like, okay, mom. And then all of a sudden outside, stop, mom, I gotta go. Like, one more minute. She's like kissing him and stuff. Speaking that Espanol, I like that. Like, he's half black, half what, Puerto Rican, I think.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Puerto Riqueño.
That was a little nod that everyone noticed in the trailer was that when she snapped, the little Puerto Rican flag colors popped up.
Ah, that's right.
Little details, man, little things.
So also too, like we see Miles, you know, like a little backup, a little trip. He
Miles,
likes to do
wait, Miles. What was his name?
Morales.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up.
The he likes to do like he was tagging on like stickers. You know, everybody's seen those UPS stickers that you go anywhere. So he's walking down the street. How does that song go? Walking down the street. Some. He's plastering them up there, you know, and all of a sudden he's trying to cross the street and he trips all over his shoelace, and then you get the whoop, sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, sound of the police.
That's the sound of the beast.
So he goes, Miles from the megaphone. He's like, oh, fuck.
Bruh.
Get in the back seat.
Dude, hey, how is this dad the guy from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
I was gonna say that too. The security guard. He's like this with the little brush aisle.
I'll get you, Flint Lockwood. Like, same voice and everything. What?
And then, so he's riding in the back, and all of a sudden he's like, Dad, can you just run the red light? Like, I know these kids. He's like, don't they run the red light? Like, yeah, but I don't. I'm a straight cop. And of course, his they're taking picture of him and stuff. How embarrassing. Mm-hmm. So he gets to school in front of the school. He's like, all right, Dad, thank you. It's like, he was relentless. Like, he didn't want to go to that school. He's like, oh, like, can I just go to my neighborhood school? He's like, no, Miles, you make this. You know, you have a big brain.
Miles. Shit, I'm still right here.
You're like, wait, what? You missed me?
Yeah. So then he gets out the whoop and he's walking up the stairs. And then
his dad goes, I love you. Yeah, I know you do. And he walks away.
I know. Say it back. And then everyone was saying that for a minute, right?
Say it back.
Yeah. They'll be like, good morning. Say it back.
So it's funny because then his dad gets into the megaphone?
Yeah.
Says, woo! You gotta say I love you. Dad, really? Say it. Say it.
And then he goes in and everyone's like, say it back. And everyone's like, shoes untied. And you I relate to that so much because a lot of times I don't tie my shoe. It's just like, I don't know, it fits, it stays on my foot. It's fine, I'm not gonna trip. Like what does he say? It's a choice. I know
it's a choice, yeah.
So everyone tells me that, and I always say it's a choice, but I don't think of the movie. But I just watched it again, and I'm like, maybe that was my influence.
Subconsciously, it just happens.
Yeah.
So we see Miles just go through the whole school day, and then all of a sudden he goes to this class in the darkness. Everybody walked through. I've done that. Walked through the projection and stuff. Like, Mr. So-and-so, take a seat. I'm like, what? I can't see.
Yeah. Einstein said time is relative, so maybe you're all late and I'm on time.
And then this mystery girl, she laughs.
Yeah. So you already know they're going to get married. That's
it. If you want a recap of the movie, I mean, it's music video form, go check it out on our page.
True. It's a good one.
Yeah. She plugged. So Miles is he doesn't want to go to that school, so he's doing everything to get kicked out. So he turns in this test and gives it to the teacher. Teacher gives him a 0, and then he's like, see, I'm doing bad. I guess I gotta go back to my old school. And then they give him the whole thing like, no, Miles, look, You got 100 because you're. I know you're trying to quit on purpose, but I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Like teacher's looking out for him, but he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. But that's where
So,
he meets his best friend, Genki, his roommate.
well, I mean, the teacher gives him that "go find yourself" essay,
Yeah.
and then with doing that, he's hearing music.
That was his inspo.
And then it's
a bit.
Yeah. Then he goes, you know what? I'm gonna go meet up with my uncle. And that's where we meet Uncle Ernie.
Aaron, what the? That was your
Ernie.
Come on, already.
Already.
Oh, hey, bro.
His mother, Kevin.
Ernie, we can't tag anymore, Ernie.
What are you doing, Ernie? I misspelled it. That's why. Ernie.
Can you tell me how to get to Spider-Man Street?
Freaking Ernie. Aaron that's where he learns that. Hey. So Uncle Aaron is like, you know what? So what's going on, man? Like, any shorties you've been hitting up? He's like, nah, man, I just rolled up there, but I know this girl likes me. He's like, oh yeah, have you given her the eye or anything? He's like, no, it's just, he's like, all right, come here. Do him so like this is what you do. You put your hand on their shoulder, which is sexual abuse already nowadays. Oh, what's it called? Not sexual abuse. Inappropriate touching. That goes to HR really quick.
True.
So do that and go, hey. Then he gives him with the crazy eyes. Hey. So Uncle Ernie's like, you know what?
You know what? All right. On 3. You and I were both gonna do the hey, but like for realsies, not the Miles one.
Okay.
All right? And then we'll see. We'll ask the viewers. We'll ask the homies at home who did it better. Are you ready? You ready? All right. Here, you get in position. You gotta swing out from left field. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Damn, all right, you won me over right now. I'm so butterflies.
Hey,
girl. All right.
Hey, girl. Working that thing. I see that. You want to go get some coffee? Or what's the dating spots right now? I don't know. I've been out of the game for too long.
There's a sit-down Pizza Hut. Like,
remember those days, man? Going to there and they play arcades and getting that little personal pizzas, dude.
Yeah, and then you go compliment the chef. Like, I like the pizza.
Oh, dude. And then you get the extra marinara with it. I'm just hungry. I'm sorry.
All right. So moving on.
Oh, so yeah. So Miles, Aaron. Yes, Aaron, right? Uncle Aaron takes Miles down to this underground tunnel.
New spot.
Did you see him carrying any spray paint with him?
Man, I don't remember. This is a very specific.
I don't see a duffel bag with them or anything.
I don't even. I mean, did they really even show them walking? I don't.
Yeah, because he's going under. He's like, how do you know these tunnels were here? He's like, oh, they had a construction job down here. It's like, oh, okay.
I remember they showed them jump the fence and they threw a bag over.
Well, probably it was there then.
That's all I remember.
There you go. It's probably in there.
It could have been there already.
So what? Uncle Aaron escapes down there and busts his pieces from time to time when he's not fucking working.
Probably.
Yeah.
Rolling the hay.
So they're doing this badass piece. What is it called? What was the piece? Inspiration or something like that, right?
It's called Zognoid's Left Nut. Go on.
It's Zognuts. So Uncle Aaron tells him, all right, stand there. So he traces them out. It looked like a pretty badass piece, And And then during this time, we see a spider, unbeknownst to nobody else.
Unlike the people who do the shitty, like, hey, I'm gonna write my name everywhere. Like, that's not art, man. Like, you got a G that kind of looks like a 6. Like, that's not, stop. Like, what do you, what?
There's not fucking murals, dude.
If you make that kind of art, then, like, yes, you should be applauded.
That's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, you're right. You know, like, I hate the squiggly lines, right? Let's go, and it's all droopy and shit.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
I like the ones actually like different colors, big ass pieces, bold letters, with little creatures coming out of him. That's pretty badass. That's a lot of skills.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference. You know, like the ones that do it here in LA.
Yeah.
Like they get commissioned, they get paid to go out and do it, and then it's just all the assholes that just write their name everywhere. But like New York, like if you're an aspiring artist, you just go out there and do that everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between the two places.
Well, over there in Germany, or the guy that I know, he goes by, shout out to Droes, Droes, Droes. Shout out for you. He says, look, I've been talking to him. He says that over there they have legal walls that you could go tag. Nothing will happen to you.
And I hit legal walls all the time.
So
I gotta find a way over those legal walls.
Legal walls. I was feeling this beat, man. Come on, hit it. Go. It's Brooklyn.
My name is my name is hippopotamus. My rhymes are bottomless.
Oh shit. Jumping in. Spider pig. Swimming in the pool.
I can't take credit for that. It was the funniest. That was from Flight of the Conchords. It was hilarious.
It's is it like a step? It's like a 1-3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 3. Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Hip hoppopotamus.
His rhymes are bottomless. You do it like Eminem.
And then you just say nothing.
My mom's spaghetti on the floor, all sweaty, dripping out the greasy from my spaghetti. All right, anyways. So we see the spider come down, it's on his neck, I don't know how you feel it, he's like so moving around. Then we see like the spider, like it goes from his neck all the way to his arms to get to his hand. Shouldn't you just do the thing like Peter Parker and Spider-Man 1? When remember the spider comes down and bites him in the neck?
No, I don't know. They were trying to make it more dramatic,
I guess so. But what would happen, dude? Like, he sees the spider and just, before he bites him, he just smacks it.
I don't smack them specifically for that reason, that they can bite you at that point. Like, just flick them off.
He's like, ah. I was gonna say, I would like to know if that's like the original way he gets bit here and then in the comic books. What do you think?
I honestly do not know. I think it matters all that much.
He got bit. Yeah. So of course he goes home and he does the whole Spider-Man 1, with the sweating and the changing, and he gets up in the morning like, oh, I probably went through puberty because these pants don't fit no more. So back to school, he sees Gwen and he breaks out in a sweat and he's like, what the hell? He's like, why are you so sweaty? Like, I don't know. I'm going through puberty. And he goes, this is my chance. I'm going to do the hey before she leaves. So he's doing it in slow. Like, why does it feel like it's going in slow motion? And it touches her shoulder. He goes, hey. Anyways, and then she's like, okay, that's nice to meet you. And then he has to go. And then his hand gets stuck into her hair. She's like, where you sticking your hand in my hair? It's like, oh, it's puberty. Like, I don't think you know what puberty is.
They're swinging around.
She's like, all right, we're going to get rid of it. 1, 2, 3. And they're like freaking flipped over and nothing happens. So he has to go to the nurse and she shaves her hair. The side of it. She's like, nice to meet you. And she's like, he has the hair stick to her.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't mention it. Damn.
She was lined up though.
I know, right? She was already ready to go. I guess she did it.
People pay premium for that kind of cut.
I need one of those, man.
I like your cut, Gwen.
So he goes back home and he's like, what is going on with me? And then he bumps into the comic books. He's like, what? He's like, it says stop sticking, all this. He's getting this information through comic books and stuff, which is Spider-Man. It's like, which is kind of weird, no?
Nah, it's fitting. It's very fitting.
Then it becomes a tale of two Spider-Mans. All right. There we go. I got lost track. So he's like, this can't be real. Like I'm dreaming this shit. So he goes back, checks on the spider, and it says Alchemax, and then 42 on his stomach.
There you go. And he had the pigeon stuck to his hands.
Oh yeah.
That was the best.
You're like,
and Gwen saw him through the window.
And then all of a sudden he's like, you know, when he went back to the tunnel, he starts getting the senses, like, what's going on? And he hears the OG Spider-Man fighting the Green Goblin. What does he look like a dragon right here, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another risk they take, is they make the enemies so pronounced and so dramatic.
Kingpin is like a fucking giant block.
It's fitting though, because they're like I don't understand how they say like Spider-Man can punch a train off a track like easily, like he's so phenomenally strong, and Kingpin can tank his blows. Like that's the only way it makes sense, if he's a mammoth himself. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I mean his size, it makes sense to me.
And then it's crazy because he has all those different suits, so that helps him too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so they're fighting, and Miles is like, "Oh crap, I gotta get out of here!" And he gets in the crosshairs of Goblin and everything, and then that's where the OG Spider-Man saves him. And then they do the tingle. They're like, "Wait, you're like me? I thought I was the only one."
Is that your Peter tingle?
Miles like, "What? Your tingle is tingling?" Like, "Oh, sorry."
Please don't call it that, Aunt May.
That's another thing about this anime I really didn't like. Yeah, we get to it when we get to it. It's further down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's like Alfred.
Exactly. Spoiler alert. So yeah, so they get held down, and then all of a sudden this kaleidoscope, that's what they call it. I thought it was an actual kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Opens up, and see all these portals and different colors start like fragmenting Brooklyn, New York, and everything. And then the Goblin puts Peter in the fucking in the main ray. He's like, "Stupid Goblin, get him out of there, sir. We're reaching critical mass. We gotta shut it down." Like, "Don't you dare!" And that thing blows up a little bit, and then Spider-Man's like badly hurt, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get up." And Miles is watching, but before that, he goes approaches like, "Hey, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, give me a second. Like, here, take this." Gives him like this little key, right?
The chip, yeah.
The chip. So he puts it in his pocket, like, "Make sure you turn it off, okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I will." And then that's where you hear Kingpin and the other bad guys approach him. And then that's the Prowler. So they're like surrounding Peter, and he's like, what? There's a little trigger, right, that happens that make Kingpin just fucking lose it. No. What's a little later? They reveal what happened. Yeah. Was it here? So he gets mad, and he goes, "Rah!" And he double fist Spider-Man, and he
phrasing.
He killed him. He kills Peter. Sound like Porky Pig.
You could only take one fist.
It was not made out of iron.
What is it? We do not want this sickness. Oh, man. Throwback. They put the fist in the anus.
In the news.
Anyway, he put
So
his fist in the spider anus, both of them, and it kills.
yeah, and it kills them, and then Miles makes the noise, and then Prowler is like, Kingpin is like, does the eye thing, and
Check it out.
He's quick, dude.
Yeah.
He's pretty badass, dude. He's like in the par level. Who do you think he's in the level with? Batman? No. Another?
Cool.
You think it's the equivalent to Black Panther?
They don't scale him at all, but no, I mean Black Panther is pretty broken with this superhuman fruit and stuff.
Yeah, because he didn't.
Prowler's
he has those badass.
Heck, like he's like
those badass claws, you know. He's quick. He's movement.
He's good, but he's a street level enemy.
I wish they bring him to life, man. They need to. The live action.
Yeah.
I think that we should get those into what's it called? Civil War? Not Civil War. What's it called? Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. We get the little crossover like that.
That is, yes. That's when Spider-Man was introduced, Miles Morales. The Secret Wars, I think.
That'd be fucking sick,
kind of
dude.
blurry because I don't read a lot of comics, but Secret Wars, I believe, was Miles's first intro. I might be wrong about that.
I think so, yeah. Something like that.
He was definitely in it.
Yeah. Man, I'm so hyped with what they're gonna bring in. Hopefully they don't F it up, dude.
Oh, and then, damn, man, I don't mean to be shouting this show out so much, but there's another episode of Dave.
Yeah.
Where he meets
Shout out to Dave.
And he's like, "Hey, Daddy!" And then like Don's like, he's being interviewed by like all the press, and they're like, Don, what are you working on? And he's like, I don't know, some Marvel bullshit. Like, yeah, that's about right. It's Armor Wars, and then that got capped, I guess, right?
It was fucking the She-Hulk episodes. That's what it was. She was
Probably.
working on. So horrific. Anyways, so Nightcrawler chases Miles all the way home. You know, he dodges, he moves, he blinks. He's like, he crawls back to home, and then the cop goes in, freeze, nobody move. And he's like, it's me, Dad. Miles? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in school. And he's like, oh, the mom's like, he's probably scared of the earthquakes. Is it earthquakes? He's like, yeah, earthquakes. Yeah, so he sleeps in his own bed again, and then that's when they get the breaking news. Dude, that kind of hurt me, dude, when you hear MJ talk about who Peter was.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. How
It's the thing, like, even the best Spider-Man stories just it's all tragic.
I know.
It's like it's not happy with MJ and anything. Like, I mean, it's wild, but I at least thus far, there is one Spider-Man where like even his parents are still around. Uncle Ben and Aunt May are alive. Like everyone in his life is still alive.
Yeah.
And then like all these other Spider-Men like show up and they're like, damn, you lucky bastard. Like I guess aside from that, like maybe the happiest Spider-Man story was Chunky Spider-Man, where he ends up back with MJ and they have kids. We're gonna be the Spider-Verse. No, they showed them in Cross.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's already a thing.
I didn't watch that trailer. That I only saw the teaser, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it showed up and it was like unskippable, and I was like, all right, I get something to do.
Oh, okay. I hate that shit. You're right, man. They show the whole damn movie.
Right? But you know what? The first ride was so great that I'm not gonna be disappointed no matter what.
Yeah, and I've been hearing a lot of good things with the opener screeners. Like, I go on Twitter and all this good news about it and praises. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go catch it. So yeah, so Eminem goes on, tells his story, like you say in the background in the news, and then Miles is inside this Halloween store and he gets the costume, and then we get Stanley.
Yeah.
As a cash register, and he goes, what happens if it doesn't fit? And then he goes,
it always fits.
So it will fit eventually, and he goes, it always will, And I was like, and then it just points to the sign, no refunds, no exchange.
Yeah. And then he goes out like immediately with his costume on, and he's swinging around. And Will's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, you're not supposed to wear your own merch."
Oh yeah.
I was just like, yeah, that's true.
So we send Miles to go play his respects to the OG in the gravesite, and then he points it out that he broke the key. So he's all fried and shit. He's like, I'm sorry, I let you down. And then we freaking get I call it the new new SP. New Spider-Man. He comes from behind and he gets him, and he shocks him. He's like, then we go into his story and shit. He's like, "Hi, I'm Peter Parker, and this and that. I'm fat.
I lost. I mean, and he has the pizza that sticks to the ceiling.
He's like,
yeah.
So he throws a spider web. He's unconscious. Throws a spider web to Miles. The cops are chasing him. He's like, "Oh crap, we gotta go."
And then he starts working his hands for him.
He picks him up. He's trying to shoulder carrying him, and then he's like, "Give me your web shooter." He shoots it. They're bouncing off the car. They're bouncing off those the taxis and the streets, and she was hilarious. And then they get stuck in the middle, right? And the rope just snaps and he goes falls.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, senor, go around. He's just all laid out. So then the new Spider-Man, now he tied him to a punching bag, and he's like asking him 21 questions. He gets free, and Miles asks the new Spider-Man for help, like to show him how to be a Spider-Man, and he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." But then he gets mad. He goes, "All right, fucking whatever," because he was being pouty. But the other one man promised. He's like, "All right, fine, whatever. We'll work on this." And then there says we gotta go to Alcohol Max.
Yeah.
So they get in the bus, right? So at the end of the bus, they're doing the stakeout, and it's like, all right, what are we gonna do? It's like, you're gonna stay here. I'm gonna get the override key so I could go home. And then that's when they see like Kingpin. Like, he didn't see Kingpin go in, so that's when Miles goes after him. And then he goes, "What are you doing here?" Like, they're all stuck in the vent.
Yeah.
And then they're like hearing like, "Oh, look, I already know his speech." Like, he goes, "You have 24 hours," and that's what
he's gonna say. "You got 24 hours. You have 24 hours." He's like, "See,
this son."
He's so proud.
Like, it's unstable. We cannot we cannot continue. Like, create a black hole. This is like, I don't care. I want my family. Whatever. So yeah, so that lady leaves, and then that's when Spider-Man drops down. He's trying to hack the system. And then
he gets stuck on the lights. Let go. Do your thing. What do you do to calm down?
And he sings a song. Something like that. And he just, come on. I'm surprised nobody heard that.
You see, what is her name? Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia.
You see Olivia and Kingpin talking, and you see the lights like.
I know. Then you hear the dump. He's like, "What was that?" And he walks in there. Olivia's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Spider-Man can be you." And then she just lifts off his mask, like,
"I'm gonna work my magic."
I know, right? Instead of running, he's just staying there, like, what the fuck?
And then Miles goes invisible,
tapping in the thing.
Without knowing, he goes invisible. He doesn't even know he did it.
And he's like, "What is this the passwords?" And he goes, 35. He's like, "What happened?" Like, no, you come here. He's like, "All right." And then Olivia like sits him down and gets shackled and everything. He's like, oh, and then he starts you're like, how long you been here? Then you see the cell like deteriorating, and then he goes, oh, I can't wait. Like, I'll help you. It's like, what? I can't wait for you to die. I was like,
yeah.
Dun dun dun. Like, by any chance they call you what's it called? Dr.
Yeah, do your
Octavius?
friends call you Dr. Octopus? No, my friends call me Liv. But my enemies call me Dr. Ock.
That fight was badass, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it
even
was
that
pretty
line,
cool.
I was like, that's a cool line. And then the little throwdown, and then the chase. It was pretty cool all around. Yeah.
And that's when you see the monitor in the fucking tower just walking by itself. He's like, I'm just gonna take the whole thing. He's like, what? Okay, like we don't need the monitor. He leaves the monitor behind. Takes the whole modem with him. After them. So that's when the new Spider-Man gives this guy a web shooter, so he could start slinging. So they're getting shot at, and all of a sudden they get tangled up by Gwen. She's like, what was that? Because she's still the modem back. He goes, hi guys, and then she takes off her mask. What a reveal!
Yeah.
That was a badass costume when the first time I saw it.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen's a really nice fit. I got somebody the hoodie where it pops up like that, and it's like the little web inside. It looks really cool.
That's just sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, and at the ledge we see Kingpin and I call him Tombstone. What do you think it was Tombstone?
Ooh. I also just remembered that
the flathead guy, like gray with the guns.
Oh, man, I don't know. But I just remembered Gwen is also Gwenpool. She becomes Gwenpool in some universes.
Ah, that's right.
She has nice fits no matter what. She looks awesome as Gwenpool.
We'll check them out right here, right now.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hmm.
Gwenpool, nice. So Doc Ock is talking to Kingpin. Is like, don't worry, like we're gonna do it. And that's when we get the flashback of him fighting Spider-Man, and his son and wife walks up into him. He's like, Fisk, what are you doing? Like, what's his name? William, right? Willie, what are you doing? He's like, what? We were leaving now. It's like, wait, don't go. And then they go and they speed off in this truck. Like, it's always a truck, man.
Truck coon.
The truck comes out of nowhere and runs them over, and they blow up. It'll go.
Nah, they got isekai'd into a new universe.
Oh, that's true.
And they're probably like they got main character syndrome now.
Oh, the mom and the kid.
I think they probably got reincarnated as a slime.
Ah, there you go. This cool one. I like when he's like clicking when he's walking. Click, click, click,
Yeah, it's a little
click.
nervous.
Then he goes click, 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 click. He breaks his pen. I want my family tomorrow. All your research is done.
Yeah, I like how it doesn't work on any of his shit. Like, that's the whole reason they walked out, and it's like, I'm not gonna change, but they'll come back to life. Like what, dude? They're just gonna leave again. What do you mean?
I know, that's so sticky. So yeah, all three of them, Gwen and Miles and Parker, are going back to Brooklyn, but they end up going to Aunt May house, and he's like, it took you long enough. He's like, welcome. And she gives him a hug. He's like, what happened to you? Like, wearing spandex? Look at your eyes. And this is like, this character reveal thing, I guess. She was over here with this, like, oh, you got to suit up. It's like, why? He's like, you think you're the only one that came here?
Yeah. I like how he rings the doorbell.
I'm going to start doing that too. Throw something at it.
Ding. It's a ring cam. It's just like, oops.
So yeah, so we go down to this spider cave, I think it is.
Yeah.
Man cave, and he has all these badass suits.
Well, I think it's that because Spider-Man's been doing it for what, like 10, 15 years at this point. So of
Do you
course,
just upgraded his suits?
yeah.
Dude, it would have been cool. They showed the Venom suit just chilling.
Oh, what did he say? There's no wings in the suit.
Oh, he said no cape.
Have capes. Oh yeah, heroes don't wear capes. And then
Here no capes.
He's like, oh, what's this? Ah, kid.
Exactly, and then Gwen's like, ooh. So that's where everybody gets the tingle, and then we see Spider Pig,
Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Pig. Yeah.
and then we see a anime pig. Anime Spider-Man anime.
Nick Cage and was it
all of them get tingled, and they all
and Biggie, and they all do the intros. Hey, I'm Spider-Man.
All three of them get their power, you know.
Spider-Man Noir. Where's that breeze coming from? We're indoors.
I know.
This cape.
He's like, where's he looking at what?
Wonders.
Uses a gun and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I presume the gun shoots webs. I don't know. He never shoots it. So.
And then that's when Peter comes back. Miles goes, "Were you being followed?" It's like, no. And then we go, knock knock. We get a Scorpion at the door. We get Doc Ock. We get Tombstone, the guy that looks with the guns.
Was Scorpion? Oh, and Rhinoceros, huh? Was he there?
Sure. No, it was Doc Ock, Dino, Tombstone, and someone else. Oh, Nightcrawler.
Well, obviously the Prowler, but has Scorpion always been like a Latino dude?
I heard of it last time. Yeah, he is. He's like an old wrestler type of thing.
But I don't remember like much about his character. I know Rhino has always been like a big Rusky.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I'm gonna put on this suit and give me the power of the Rhino.
Dude, no, I don't know. How is that always the thing though? They stick to those weird stereotypes.
I'm gonna put a costume of a cheetah, make me go faster.
Hey, I'm the thing you put into the mezcal. I'm not the worm though. I'm the Scorpion.
I'm the Scorpion. That's crazy. I've been seeing that too, like the Scorpion and the worm in the snake. I was like, why?
The worm is like a maggot or some weird shit. It's not an actual worm.
That's crazy. I like the saying that Scorpion says, like, we don't pick the ball. We don't pick the ballroom. We just dance.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that was nice.
And I believe. All right, maybe I'm misremembering, but I think he's the dude who played Nacho in Better Call Saul.
Nacho?
Yeah.
Nacho. Not Jack Black, right?
So anyway, Better Call Saul, man. Okay.
I'm still watching Breaking Bad. I'm not done with it. I've barely started.
It's not as heavy-handed or action-packed as Breaking Bad, but it's still like a masterpiece.
Okay, I gotta check it out then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so everybody's fighting, and Anime's like, take it outside. How about that?
Yeah, right. And everyone keeps fighting inside.
You keep it inside, of course. Dude, freaking Nightcrawler's theme song, the like, you know that song, and then he's chasing Miles and stuff, and then it's him versus his uncle.
And then, I watched this with a Tiny Human or two, and Tiny Human was even way tiny when it came out, so they don't necessarily remember. So this time it was like all brand new, and they were just like so excited to get into it. So they're like, like cheering him on and stuff. And then like when it came to this, they're like, "Take off your mask! Take it off! Show me he's your uncle!" Like, passionate. And then that happened where he revealed, and then Aaron's like, "Oh, Miles, I forget your last name." And then like he gets popped.
Yeah.
By Kingpin, bro. Kingpin. Mm-hmm.
He did him like he did Spider-Man, got shot in the back.
Dude, like why? Like what? Yeah, dirty.
Yeah, because he saw that he went soft.
Yeah, I guess for a second.
Yeah, he lost consciousness. Like he wanted Spider-Man dead, and he didn't want to do the orders. So
Yeah, that's true. He did tell him like 3 times. That's what I shoot my employees when I tell
do
them.
it, do it, do it. And shot.
By the way, I'm hiring. All right, go on.
Yeah, he's hiring. We'll talk off there. I'm gonna send you a DM.
Go on.
So yeah, so he gets, like you just said, he gets shot, and that was sad for me when I saw it again. I was like, oh, that's right, he gets shot. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when he takes off his mask, Spider-Man's mask, right? And it's Miles. And then the look he gets, like, oh no, like that connection. And then he puts his mask on. I thought he was gonna kill him. Like, all right, you're Spider-Man. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. I'm doing a job, you know.
Just put the pillow over his face.
Exactly, just like that. Like, I'm sorry, but you put your mask on. Just, I don't know who you are.
Nah, he's not. He's not that cold. He wouldn't be like that to his family.
But yeah, so he gets shot. He dies. He does the rage. He takes his body. They go to what alleyway, like Batman's alleyway, where he finds his dead parents.
It's Crime Alley. It's the best place to go with no bodyguards for a billionaire.
So they go Crime Alley. They drop the body, and then his dad, Miles' dad, sees that. He's like, "Freeze! What are you doing?" And he goes invisible. And then he looks at the man in the suit. He's like, "Oh no!" And he realizes his brother, Uncle Ernie.
Yeah,
I mean, Aaron.
Still owe me $20.
I know.
Ernie, don't die on me, Ernie.
And he was doing the same reaction. Oh my bad. He's doing the same reaction that the Goblin did when Harry did when he saw his dad laying there. He's like, "What have you done, Spider-Man?" type of thing, you know.
Ooh, Harry would also be a good candidate for getting the Venom symbiote.
Ooh, I'll be sick.
That would be pretty interesting.
But it became what, the half goblin? Hobgoblin?
Man. Well, yeah, he turns into
the Hobgoblin.
He's always Hobgoblin, but it would be pretty cool to have him Venomized first. You know, and that like plants the seed of like cuckoo, because he already kind of has. Well, I don't know. Yeah, he does in Spider-Man PS4.
Damn, fool. So yeah, so his dad finds him, and then they go back to his room. To freaking what's it called? Everybody's there, like everybody's mourning him, and then it's funny how they go up in the roof, in the ceiling, and the roommate's like moving, and they're like, "All right, go to the left, go to the right." and then he's like, "Stop!" He looks up, he's like, "He just fucking died." The roommate just passes out, and they put him in the what's it called, in his bed and stuff.
In the chair. Oh no, that was never mind. They put him in the bed. Yeah.
They put him in bed and shit.
That's his man in the chair, Genki.
Ah, that's true. After, right? I mean, yeah, sure. And then so it's like, all right, we gotta finish this stuff, and then he becomes rage. I don't say he becomes rageful, but he wants vengeance, right?
Yeah.
But the way he comes out of it is not the same way as Tom Holland's Spider-Man did to Goblin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't look like he showed that anger that he had. I don't know if I saw it the wrong way, or you know what I'm saying? It's not that type of anger that he had.
I don't know. I mean, you also got to keep in mind that Miles is a teenager. So there's a lot brewing on top of everything new that's just been dumped on him, like within like 2 days.
Yeah.
He's a fool going through a lot right now. Like,
that's a lot. Now you put it that way, it's like, you're right. It's just only been 2 days.
Yeah, he can't get his head around everything that's happening. And he's trying to, and he doesn't even know who he can trust or how he can fix whatever needs to be fixed, or if he can be what he needs to be. It's a lot to get his head around. And all these heroes and everyone who showed up they're not gonna stick around, and he knows that.
He's like another level already. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, so he's like, well, I need to like be in the same league as these heavy hitters, but at the same time, I got to make this all right.
Yeah.
But he wants to act out, and there's just a lot happening with him. Puberty.
And then we kind of gloss over the part where you're saying they're back. All of them are in the spider cave, and they're all like, "All right, you have to do able to do this, like duck a punch, and then move this." And Gwen is punching the shit out of them, and then Noir's pushing them. And
we skipped the part where they're showing the powers to him, and it's like he can turn invisible. I can't do it right now.
Okay, he can't do it on command. Okay, he could do electricity. No, I can't do that right now either.
No. Okay, well he can.
And then when he got picked up, and then he finally turns invisible. Like, see, I told you guys.
Yeah.
And he gets all bummed out and shit. I would be too. And that's when he goes back to his room.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's where the part goes. It's like, all right, everybody made a choice. I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave you behind. It's like, no, I'm the one supposed to do it. So that's when the OG Spider, the fat Spider-Man, like he sweeps the leg, right?
Yeah.
He's like, look, you won't be able to, if you're ready, you'll be able to jump this, but you look at you're in my hands now, and what are you gonna do out there in the real world? You're gonna get your ass killed.
Yeah.
And then that's when he ties him up in the chair. That's pretty cool. He's like, goes a little kinky, So in that instance, a couple of minutes later, his dad shows up. He's like, I know you're not talking to me, Miles, but can you just listen? Like something bad happened. It's like, I just want you to know I'm here for you and I love you. And that's when they have the heart to heart.
Well, the heart to door.
I thought when he knocked on the door, I thought he was gonna knock with his head, like type of like, I hear you type of thing.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't do it. It's just he wheeled back, like. And how does the dad know? Like it was him actually. Could have been the roommate just walking back and forth, because he was going based off the shadow underneath the door. But I guess he felt his presence.
Maybe he doesn't even know he has a roommate.
Oh, that's true. That's another thing too. So yeah, that's where he gets the words in his head. With great power comes great responsibility, and then the man that you want to be, and he goes, yeah! You get electricity in the eyeballs and everything.
Yeah.
And it's
his powers awaken.
Awaken our powers. And then we hear this talking, and he goes back to Aunt May, and he's like, took you long enough. I'm like, what's this, a trial of self-doubt or something? Or
yeah,
putting everything together, or letting everything unlock all at once.
And this is when he transitions into the coolers, the best suit.
Well, he spray painted it, right? You said
Spider-Man suit, yeah. Yeah, heck yeah.
Dude, I love that when he's in the mirror and stuff in the Empire State Building or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he does the backward flip. He's like,
it's oh man, and just like the way the
that hang moment and shit, it's just like
very cool. Yeah, there were some really interesting cinematography choices.
I love how he just backflips out of there. It just
oozes character.
Yeah.
And
the style points
that it can do it, yeah, with no dialogue or anything. That it's
like you just feel it, dude. The liberation of it is just like,
yeah.
Damn, son. And then Ant-Man was explaining everything, like you said, like Alfred, Alfred.
Yep.
Like, I created these web shooters for you. That part, I don't know, man. Like, I did this for you. I did that. So what? She was making the suits for him now? For the OG Spider-Man?
No. I mean, he's not, what the hell? What's the the main universe 2066 or something.
67, no, 67, 49. No.
Whatever. He's not that Spider-Man. They're not in that universe.
Okay, okay.
They're in because they're in the one that collides with that universe. Hence, Miles showing up in Secret Wars. Which is, I think they're in like 616 is the main universe. I think, right?
There you go. Yeah.
And they're in I don't know, whatever the hell ultimate, whatever universe Miles is in. So who knows? I mean, this Aunt May could have been with him in making gadgets and whatever. Like,
she could be a Spider May.
Yeah, I mean, like, who knows? Like, like he could have just had old shit laying around, and she was just like, "All right, I'll tweak it a little bit."
Can you imagine if she could have? He would have been bit by a rattlesnake or something. Instead, I'm Snake Man or something.
Yeah,
I slither around. I'm a little snake, okay? I love you.
Yeah. It's so weird that a spider that so many people are just repulsed by is like is as popular and as prolific as it ended up being, or well received, I guess.
That's freaking crazy. Well, you know the story Stan Lee said right before when we went to his editor.
He said he wanted to make a mouse, but some other guy was already on that.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Here, come here, Peter. I'm gonna bite you.
Oh,
Goofy. That tasty neck.
So the quick story, like the roundabout story, he said he went to his editor like, "Oh, I have an idea for a new character. You know, he's a teenager and he has problems and he gets bit by the spider and he's trying to grow like teenager stuff and do all this." And then the editor goes, "Well, like teenagers are mostly sidekicks. They're not main heroes. Like, so he turned the idea down." So what happened was they had a fucking book, a comic book that was already running its end, like they're already about to pull it. So for the last issue, he introduces Spider-Man to that issue since he was gonna die anyway. So like, I just need me run it, you know. So he went, him and the other art director, they did a quick sketch, whatever, and then they print it. It went that issue like so much that the editor comes like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, why is this one selling again? You know?"
And he checks Final Fantasy, and they kept making more and more and more. All right, so back to the movie.
So yeah, pointless. He said like, "I want to run it." So it's Spider-Man. That's how Spider-Man was born.
Spider-Man was born. Excelsior. So
yeah, so the rest of the Spider gang, you know, they go scope out that chemical place.
Oh yeah, the chemical place.
The Malcolm whatever, and then they saw that Kingpin is running a fundraiser for Spider-Man. It's like, this motherfucker. So he has everybody, all the waiters and everybody, how convenient, dressed as Spider-Man. They're like looking like, are you seeing that? It's like, yeah, so it'll be easy for us to scope it out. So everybody goes in there, you know.
It's wild that MJ showed up to that. Like, what the hell? She knows Fisk is one of his worst enemmies.
Yeah, it should have.
Yeah, evidently she doesn't know that he killed him, but like, still, that's so.
That's one thing. Yeah, you're right. You pointed it out. So they go there, and then that scene between him and freaking MJ. It's like, hi. He's like, hey. He's like,
so sorry
about your bread. Oh, you need more bread?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was ready for bread. She's like, okay,
I will not let you down. I'll bring you bread right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big a deal. We'd like some more.
Yeah, it was like a breakdown and stuff.
It was actually very sweet. Like, it was very touching that he got to say everything he had to say, even if it was about bread.
I guess it was a dress rehearsal for that.
Yeah, well, clearly, because it got him over it and got him his happy ending.
Exactly.
His bread and his
so they so after that they follow Fisk down to the elevator where the kaleidoscope is being running again. So they started it up, and all of a sudden, you start seeing glimpse of his family. Like crank it up, and that's where all the fighting starts. The Spider Gang versus the original cast of Doc Ock, Scorpion, Tombstone, and Goblin was there? No, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it was. Nobody.
Because the anime dad dies, the robot dies. He gets shanked.
Or did he? Was he there? Is that who got taken out with the anvil? No, that was Scorpion.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Shouldn't try to cancel a cartoon.
He's looking up. He's like, "What? Bling! KO." So they're all fighting, and then what else? And then you see the worlds like colliding. You see the buildings are coming in, trains are coming out of everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is that? Was pretty cool, man. Seeing all those assets.
That's what I was referring to. That the color gradient just started exploding.
That was so beautiful, dude.
It really was. It was like the mirror dimension scene in No Way Home, but like more colorful and imaginative.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. And then
it's too bad they wasted it on a stupid enemy like Kingpin.
He's always everybody's enemy, fool. What the hell?
I mean, it's not like he's just not that.
He's like the Joker for Marvel, right?
He's just a big rich dude. Like, he's not that fascinating. Like Mysterio would have made more sense to have that scenario, but he, I guess, didn't play into the overall narrative and wouldn't have made a lot of sense otherwise.
It's like he has everybody's pockets, dude. It's crazy.
But it just would have been cool that, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like have someone else in there.
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna. Anyways, we'll continue.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. So so they're fighting, and all of a sudden they're like, all right, we took control, and like everybody gets to go home. So what they're doing is that happened right there. So before they get to the key, Doc Ock is trying to stop them, like, come here. And they go at it, and then they do the double whammy on Doc Ock, and then she gets taken care of. They wham her. And then so they tuned it, they put the chip in. And then so Porky Pig goes home, NORAD goes after, and then the anime girls go, and then Spider-Gwen goes. See you around, kid.
Old Pete is like, all right, go, Miles. And he's like, I have the chip. Got it.
He does the leg to swip thing. He's like, what are you doing? You need my help. He's like, no, man. It's like, what if I fell again? He's like, no, you won't. Just remember, man. He's like, yeah, you're right. It's a leap of fate.
Quit eating pizza.
So yeah, he gets to go home, and then that's when Fisk loses his shit, and he goes, "You are going nowhere."
Yeah.
So it's Miles versus Kingpin fight. Sorry. So at first, Kingpin is wrecking them, right?
Yep.
Straight wrecking. And then for a while, he sees his dad. He's like, "Come on, Spider-Man." You hear him like in the background.
Yeah.
And then he goes, all right. So he gets up and does the, hey. He's like, what?
The
Spanish color.
Yeah.
He charges up the electricity ball and he does the, hey.
Yeah. It's kind of fitting that's the thing that killed regular Spider-Man. Like, he thinks he's fighting another regular Spider-Man, but then he busts out the powers, and that's what stops him. It fits.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. That's a nice way to take him out. So he goes hit that. Hits the kaleidoscope. The thing blows up. And then right. And then what happens?
And then he calls his dad. He's like, "Hey, it's Spider-Man here." Which also, like, what the hell did you call him with? That Your number doesn't show up as like my son. Like what? Like, okay, so maybe I missed that part that it was like a scrambled number. I don't know. But he calls him and he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man here. I just want to let you know that everything's taken care of and the city power grid should be back online. Oh, and look behind you." And then he's like, "What?"
And the Kingpin's hanging.
And he's like, "Okay, I love you." He's like, "What?" And then he turns around and Spider-Man's there.
He gives him a hug.
Yeah, and he's like, I thought that you were responsible for doing something really bad, but maybe I was wrong about you.
Come to Jesus moment.
And he's like, "Watch out for the meatballs!" And he runs.
Like later.
It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
How are they gonna get him down, Kingpin? He like literally strapped up like that, like from end to end.
Who cares? Screw him.
So everybody's like, yay, clapping. Thank you. All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
And then he's up there. He goes like, "Get me down." And then we will fucking. And then he's over there listening to his music again, and then you hear Gwen like, Miles. And he looks up. And that's where it ends.
Yeah. No, and then he does, "Let's do this again." And he does this comic intro again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Miles Morales.
I've been doing this for 10
minutes. For about a year. I got dope, fresh ass Nikes. Oh, I love those Nikes. And then
the post-credit scene with Miguel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They introduce him. Spider-Man 2099. 99.
And then he jumps back to the 60s. You're like, "What are you pointing at me?" Like, "You pointing at me. I'm pointing at you. You pointing at me for?"
I love that. That's everywhere.
And there's a little banter, and then that's how it ends. Until this Friday. No, next Friday, right? The 2nd?
Yep, boy.
June 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be across the Spider-Verse. This is for sure going to be a sellout. What do you think part 3 is going to be? Upside Down Universe?
Was it the Spider-Verse movies that they filmed consecutively? I think it was.
Oh shit, really?
So it's like next year. Yeah, I feel like it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Spider-Verse movies.
So it was back to back?
Yeah.
Like the Fast and the Furious?
Man, they didn't call it fasten your seatbelts. They can just eat a dick.
Fasten your seatbelts. That's a good one.
I mean, by the way, if you watch like Fast and Furious 1 and like 3,
yes,
and then like stop until like 7.
I thought it was 5. Isn't it 5 was better?
Like Dom is like hustling stolen DVD players. To like senators calling him like, "We gotta stop this terrorist cell." Like it's like such a mind freak. Then like, whoa, like you get whiplash. Like,
they get fucking DVD players.
That's how I did it, and it was hilarious. But also like, stop it with these movies. No more.
Well, that's what they're trying to wrap it up, like this show.
At this point, they're gonna be Fast and the Furious X Transformers.
They're gonna. They said they're gonna do Fast 10 Part 3, so it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. So
Autobots,
family,
stop Dominus
family roll against Unicron and wherever.
Fucking Hobbs is gonna rip off Megatron's arm cannon.
You don't need to. You just rip
like,
the whole
you don't.
Megatron.
The next beefcake is pops on screen because you can't be a big swinging Hollywood dick without being in Fast and Furious anymore, I guess.
That's what you should have been Van Diesel's stunt double.
I already was.
I know you told. It wasn't. What's the it girl's name right now?
Jenna Ortega.
There you go.
Hot one.
She's your voiceover.
All right, with that,
what do you give it out of 5?
what do you do? It's an absolute masterpiece. Honestly,
Yeah,
masterpiece.
masterpiece.
One of
Give it
the
5 out of
greatest
5.
films. Like, just stand alone. Ignore the source material. Ignore the implications. Ignore whatever actors did, whatever voices. Just look at the piece in and of itself.
Yes,
And it's just a 5 out of 5. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a
masterpiece.
It's a fantastically done film.
It's a Game Award.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and it wasn't pushing any sort of this and that. It was just made to entertain.
They give us peaches.
And it did. Peaches. Ah! Yeah!
We give it 5 peaches out of 10. All right, guys. That was our.
I like to think that he's singing about butts.
It doesn't at all.
That makes that song.
Can you just substitute the peaches for actual butts? He's just jiggling in his videos.
I'm saying he likes butts. He likes butts. That's what he's singing about. Her.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, yeah, but like classier, like Bowser Mix-a-Lots. Bowser.
Well, he's always around turtles, so I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first peach ever seen. This is Princess Peach.
Oh man! And then there's look up the song Luigi's Ballad, and it's like Luigi and Mario like trying to win Peach's love.
The hell?
And then they're like, who do you choose, Peach? And she's like, Toad. I choose Toad. And they're like, what? She's like, yeah, he's like his entire body is shaped like a dick. Like, oh yeah.
I was gonna say that has a big head. God Almighty!
All right. So that has been Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
If you have not rewatched it, rewatch it. It's so good. It stands up.
Hell yeah, it does.
You're like, why not? It's fantastic.
It's okay to spend the $2, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so hard to find. What the hell? Like I was willing to pay for it. Like where was it?
Well, if you guys have HBO Max, not HBO Max, DirecTV or whatever, not it's on demand on FX for free.
There you go.
With commercials though, which is annoying. Yeah, guys. With that being said, next week we'll let you know during the week what's next week. Because we're still waiting for Secret Invasion, the Nick Fury story, and we're going to be recapping the shit out of that one.
Can't wait.
I heard Echo was so bad that was the level of She-Hulk that they had to reshoot the whole episode. So, damn.
Cool.
They said that's unreleasable. Well, that's neither here nor there until there. That's in June something. We'll also be recapping the Gold Cup, so stay tuned for that. The Sports Corner is coming back.
Yeah.
Mexico. Mexico.
So, I am El Prowler.
The Prowler. I am the Zombie Pig.
Meow.
For the Hitman, I am the Zombie. This is and has been the Hitman the Zombie show. Make sure you subscribe because a lot of cool things are coming your way, like new t-shirts, stickers, podcasts, information, and a lot of cool things. But thanks for keeping this channel chugging.
We love you.
Till next time, much love and peace.